Man killed while grabbing officer's gun, family has message for cop. A notorious criminal was shot and killed while he tried to wrestle a police officer's gun away from him. However, the deceased man's family has an unmistakable message for the officer who made the fatal shot. West Valley City Police were called to a local business where a clearly intoxicated man was causing a disturbance at his girlfriend's place of employment. Upon arrival, officers detained 31-year-old Chad Breinholt, who had a blood alcohol content of over 3 times Utah's legal limit. Breinholt was a known drug addict and criminal, and his girlfriend warned that he was possibly suicidal, PBS reports. He had driven to the business while severely intoxicated and was arrested for DUI. He was then taken in for processing, and it was then that things turned deadly. While handcuffed behind his back, Breinholt removed his shoe and held it behind his back before standing up and warning an officer that he had a gun in the shoe. When the officer tried to take the shoe away from him, a scuffle broke out. As the first officer tried to restrain Breinholt, a second officer attempted to pry the shoe from the suspect's hand. In an instant, Breinholt let go of the shoe, reached his hands around his left hip behind his body, and grabbed the first officer's holstered firearm. Upon hearing the officer yell, "F. He's got my gun," Sergeant Tyler Longman rushed in and drew his service pistol, firing a single round at point-blank range, killing Breinholt almost instantly. Bodycam footage from 5 police officers captured the different angles, allowing investigators to easily assess whether Sergeant Tyler Longman should be criminally charged. After a lengthy investigation, Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill ruled that the sergeant acted within the law when he shot Chad Breinholt. However, Breinholt's family isn't satisfied with the DA's ruling. His mother and brother insist that Sergeant Longman shouldn't have even been allowed to carry a gun because he was involved in 2 other shootings in his nearly 15-year career, despite both being justified. Longman has never faced disciplinary action in the entirety of his career and has been cleared of wrongdoing in all 3 shootings. In the first incident, he shot a man who aimed and fired a gun at him. The second incident occurred during a hostage situation. Longman shot and killed a man who had dragged a woman into the street and was holding a knife to her neck. Still, the family doesn't want to hear about the reasons that Longman fired upon the suspects. They simply want him gone and won't rest until he's been criminally charged. The family insists that Chad Breinholt was a good person who merely struggled with substance abuse and mental issues. They don't want him judged by the entirety of his adult life, yet they have condemned Sergeant Longman for being involved in only 2 previous shootings in the whole of his 15-year career. As tragic as it is to lose a loved one, especially a child, the facts remain the same. Any individual reserves the right to use deadly force when their life is in immediate danger, and the powers that be have determined that this was indeed the case. Thank you for watching this fantastic story. Please tap one of the 2 videos on your screen for another amazing Wonder Stories.